Picture this, a beloved former New York Rangers hero, fresh off a Stanley Cup triumph, just ignited a firestorm by hinting that superstar Artemi Panarin might ditch the NHL entirely and return to his roots in Russia. Could this spell the end of an era for one of hockey's most electrifying talents? Stick around as we unpack this jaw-dropping revelation that's got fans buzzing. With Thanksgiving just days away, the air in New York feels thick with anticipation. But not the holiday kind. The Rangers, that iconic NHL franchise, still haven't locked in a new deal for their star winger, Artemi Panarin, who's staring down unrestricted free agency. That's UFA in hockey lingo, meaning he can sign with any team without restrictions come summer. The whole scene around the team has been eerily quiet when it comes to the future of this Russian phenom, leaving everyone wondering what's really going on behind closed doors. But hold on. A fresh interview from RG Media, shared through journalist Sergei Demidov, is flipping the script on Panarin's potential path forward with the Rangers. In this chat, dropped on November 20th, Demidov caught up with Alexei Kovalev, a Rangers legend and key piece of their 1994 Stanley Cup winning squad. Kovalev didn't hold back, unleashing a claim that's sure to rattle the hockey world. Here's what Kovalev shared. I've even heard whispers that he's thinking of bowing out of the NHL for good and heading back to Russia. He quickly followed up with a note of caution, saying, I'm not sure if it's accurate, but that's the buzz making the rounds here. Now, why should we take this seriously? Kovalev's words carry real weight. As fellow Russians, he and Panarin share a cultural bond, and they both call areas near New York home, which makes those grapevine talks feel all the more authentic. Demidov points out how their proximity to the Big Apple lends extra credibility to the rumors swirling around the Rangers' key player. Kovalev went deeper, emphasizing that cash might not be the sticking point everyone assumes. Drawing from his own career ups and downs, he stressed that respect from the organization often trumps dollars in these high-stakes decisions. For beginners dipping their toes into NHL contract drama, think of it this way. Players like Panarin pour their heart into the game, and if the team seems to undervalue that, maybe by dragging their feet on an extension, it can feel like a personal jab, not just business. So is Panarin interpreting the Rangers' silence as a lack of appreciation for his game-changing impact on the ice and the league? To give you the full picture, Panarin is wrapping up the last season of a 7-year contract with the Rangers. He could have inked an extension as early as July 1st, but negotiations haven't budged an inch. If things stay this way, the 33-year-old sniper could become the hottest commodity on the free agent market next offseason, drawing suitors from every corner of the league. But here's where it gets controversial. Kovalev seems convinced that Panarin is craving some solid answers right now, especially with the Rangers navigating a roller coaster of a season. They flashed brilliance in spots, stringing together strong performances, but they've also hit some real lows that have fans scratching their heads. Take their most recent outing, the Blue Shirts, that's a nickname for the Rangers, by the way, from their classic blue jerseys, couldn't find the net when it mattered, dropping a tight 3-2 decision to the Vegas Golden Knights to kick off their West Coast swing. And, looming large on Thursday, a showdown with the Colorado Avalanche, the league's top dogs this year. For newcomers, the Avs are a powerhouse, loaded with speed and skill. This matchup will truly test if the Rangers have what it takes. With a 2-game losing streak hanging over them, that Avalanche clash feels like do or die. It's this nagging unpredictability that's got Panarin, and maybe the whole locker room, daydreaming about options outside the NHL. After all, when your team's future looks foggy, why not explore clearer skies elsewhere? And this is the part most people miss. If the Rangers keep slipping, they might even shop Panarin on the trade block. That's the bold take from David Pagnotta of the Fourth Period, who floated the idea back in October during a spot on Oilers Nation. For those new to trade talk, it means the Rangers could package Panarin in a deal for assets like draft picks or young players to rebuild on the fly. Since Pagnotta spoke up, the speculation has only ramped up. Heading into Thursday's action, the Rangers sit second to last in the Metropolitan Division, clinging to a 1-point edge over the Philadelphia Flyers and trailing third place by just 2 points. Sure, the division scrap is neck and neck for now, like a photo finish in a sprint. But as the season wears on, gaps will widen, and the Blue Shirts might face tough choices, perhaps hitting the reset button by moving stars like Panarin to gear up for a stronger tomorrow. What do you think, hockey fans? Would Panarin really walk away from the NHL spotlight for a homecoming in Russia? Or is this just contract season smoke? And if the Rangers did trade him, would it save the season or sink it further? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I'd love to hear if your teams stay and fight or time for a change. Nestor Quickstan, a veteran NHL analyst and baseball scribe, dives deep into the latest news, breakdowns, and fresh perspectives across major leagues. Hailing from Toronto, Canada, Nestor's unique journey in sports has shaped his one-of-kind views on the action. His deep-rooted passion for baseball and hockey fuels his enthusiasm for crafting compelling sports stories. Learn more about Nestor Quickstan